Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am your host, D.E. Georgia Production, and yes, I just got finished watching episode 1, season 1 of Castlevania, and I have to say, it was bizarre. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was just all over the place. It kind of reminded me of Mortal Kombat, Scorpion's Revenge, and I have to say, the animation was really good. I love the action. I love the voice acting, the character development, and the interaction between Lisa and Dracula in the beginning of the episode was really good. And while I was watching it, I pretty much took some notes on this. When Lisa showed up in the house, was telling Dracula how she's a scientist and she likes to heal people from all the madness. And Dracula pretty much showed her around this place that's looks like all of gold, and it was an interesting take. And the conversation they were basically talking about is how Dracula wants to, go to a different place, or a certain place, or whichever it is that they were talking about that they were going. But unfortunately for Lisa, she pretty much got sacrificed or crucified or whatever by the priest. And from then on, right after the intro, this lady was telling Dracula, and Dracula was just asking her questions like, where's Lisa? Where's his wife? Well, unfortunately, that she ended up being killed by the priest and his people by being sacrificed and everything, and which caused Dracula to go off on a rampage, ghosts and flames, and he looked frightening. He looks intimidated, and that's what I like. So from then on, when we cut back to a scene when there's a priest and his people were celebrating the victory over Lisa's death, up until Dracula showed up and he let everybody know that he's bringing his army to take away what they took away from him, which is his wife. So it's pretty much like a retaliation situation going on. And from then on, it got worse. He pretty much just showed everybody that you don't mess with a person's wife or whatever. And it was one of the most intense scenes I've seen in all anime. And this is my first time watching it. So this is only the first episode of season 1. I only got a few more seasons to go until season 4. So getting back on track, I also took some more notes from this episode as I've written down. When Dracula was really angry over the death of his wife, so they cut to a scene back to his house. They cut back to a scene where they talked about how he was going to bring in all of the armies. I think somebody was dressed in all white was telling him, no, don't do that. Find the person that was responsible for your wife's death. And unfortunately, he couldn't do it the different way. Years later, when an old priest, who is pretty much like the Pope, comes out, was telling everybody how they should worship it, how they should worship the Lord's work and everything, and how Satan is this and that, up until a raindrop of blood pours down and pretty much just had everybody soaking wet in blood, and these dead Draculas come down, raining down, and everything was just breaking apart, from the bricks to the shattered glass, and Dracula ghosts and flames. It's killing everybody left and right with these dead bats. It was just crazy. And then we cut to a bar scene where they were talking about the incident with Dracula, and a guy who was terrified, he runs up to the bar and he was telling everybody, look, Dracula's goons is out where we at. They pretty much need to do what they gotta do to find a safe spot or find some ways to fight back. But other than that, man, I enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to doing episode 2 tomorrow. And I have to say, season 1 of Castlevania, It's crazy, and we're only one episode in. So I'm looking forward to doing some more episode reviews of this, man. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you must. And yes, I will be doing more episode reviews of Castlevania. And I'm going to tell you, we're just getting started. And I'll see you tomorrow.